Dr. Alex Morgan was drinking his morning coffee when the message arrived. The blue light on his computer screen blinked 3 times, which meant urgent communication from space. Alex nearly choked on his coffee. Messages from space were rare, and urgent ones were almost never good news. He opened the message and stared at the screen. The words were in perfect English, but they made no sense at all. Official classification update. Planet Earth, Sol 3, has been upgraded to Class 12 Death. World status. All galactic travel to this system is now restricted to emergency rescue operations only. Warning. Native species appears to have evolved beyond all known survival parameters. Alex read the message 3 more times. Then he called Captain Sam Parker. "Sam, you need to get over here right now," Alex said into his phone. "And ring General Davis. We have a problem." 20 minutes later, Sam Parker walked into Alex's lab wearing his military uniform and looking worried. Behind him came General Rita Davis, a tough woman who had been in charge of Earth's defense for 10 years. With them was Dr. Linda Foster, who knew more about Earth's environment than anyone else alive. What kind of problem? Sam asked. Alex showed them the message on his computer screen. The 3 military people read it in silence. Then General Davis sat down heavily in a chair. "Class 12 Death World," she said slowly. "What does that even mean?" "It means they think our planet is so dangerous that it should be impossible for anything to live here," Alex explained. Class 12 is the highest danger rating in the galactic classification system. It is reserved for planets with conditions so extreme that even the toughest species in the galaxy would die within hours. Dr. Linda Foster laughed, but it was not a happy sound. "They think Earth is uninhabitable? Have they seen the rest of the galaxy? There are planets made of pure acid out there." "That is what I thought too," Alex said. "So I requested the full survey report. You are not going to believe what they found." He pressed some buttons on his computer, and a new document appeared on the screen. It was hundreds of pages long, filled with charts, graphs, and pictures. The title read, "Comprehensive Analysis of Sol 3 Environmental Hazards." "They have been watching us for months," Alex said. "Look at this." The first page showed a map of Earth with red danger zones marked all over it. Almost the entire planet was covered in red. "According to their analysis," Alex continued, "Earth has more environmental hazards than any planet they have ever studied. Extreme weather patterns that change without warning. Seismic activity that can destroy entire cities. Atmospheric conditions that would poison most galactic species. And predators that actively hunt intelligent life." Sam Parker looked at the screen. "Predators that hunt intelligent life? They mean animals that attack humans?" "Bears, sharks, big cats, venomous snakes," Linda said. "To most aliens, the idea that intelligent beings share a planet with large predators is completely insane." General Davis was reading another section of the report. "Listen to this," she said. Quote, "The native atmosphere contains 21% oxygen, a highly reactive gas that would cause immediate cellular damage to most known species. The native population appears to have adapted to breathe this corrosive substance without protective equipment. They think oxygen is poisonous?" Sam asked. "To them, it is," Alex said. "Most galactic species breathe gases that would kill us instantly. They think we are insane for living in an oxygen atmosphere." Linda was looking at pictures from the report. "Look at these photos." They took pictures of hurricanes, tornadoes, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and tsunamis. They documented everything. "But here is the really interesting part," Alex said, clicking to another section. "They did not just study our environment, they studied us." A new set of pictures appeared. These showed humans doing normal, everyday things. People walking to work in the rain. Children playing in parks. Families having picnics on beaches. They watched humans living normal lives, Alex said, and they could not understand how we survive. Look at their analysis of human behavior. He read from the screen. Native population exhibits impossible adaptation to lethal environment. Subjects observed engaging in recreational activities during Category 5 atmospheric disturbances. Offspring. Permitted to interact freely with dangerous fauna. Population centers constructed directly on major seismic fault lines and active volcanic regions. Sam started laughing. They think we are crazy because we live in Florida during hurricane season? They think we are crazy because we live anywhere on Earth, Alex said. But wait, it gets better. He clicked to the next section. This one was titled Escalating Danger Protocols. They have been watching us for 6 months, Alex said. During that time, they documented something that completely confused them. They think humans are deliberately making Earth more dangerous. What do you mean? General Davis asked. Alex showed them more pictures. These showed construction projects around the world. Hotels built on the edges of active volcanoes. Skyscrapers in earthquake zones. Research stations in Antarctica. Oil. Rigs in the middle of hurricane-prone oceans. They cannot understand why humans keep building things in the most dangerous places possible, Alex said. They think we are either the toughest species in the galaxy, or we have some kind of death. Wish. Linda was looking at a picture of a ski resort built on an active volcano. To be fair, she said, that does look pretty crazy when you think about it. But that is not all, Alex said. They also documented human recreational activities. The next pictures showed people doing things that Alex had never thought of as unusual. Rock climbing, surfing, skydiving, bungee jumping, cave diving, and mountain climbing. They think extreme sports are some kind of survival training, Alex said. They cannot understand why humans voluntarily put themselves in danger for fun. Sam was staring at a picture of someone free solo rock climbing. I guess when you put it that way, it does look pretty extreme. The final conclusion of their report, Alex said, is that humans are the most dangerous species they have ever encountered. Not because we have powerful weapons or advanced technology, but because we have evolved to survive in conditions that would kill anything else in the galaxy. General Davis was quiet for a long moment. Then she smiled. So they think we are tough? They think we are impossibly tough, Alex said. They think Earth is a hell world, and we are the demons who live there. And what are they going to do about it? Sam asked. Alex clicked to the last page of the report. They are declaring our entire solar system a hazardous zone. No alien ships are allowed to come here without special permits and protective equipment. They are treating Earth like a quarantine zone. Because they think our planet is too dangerous? Linda asked. Because they think we are too dangerous, Alex corrected. They are not afraid of Earth. They are afraid of us. The room fell silent as everyone thought about what this meant. Finally, General Davis spoke. Well, she said, I guess we better call the president. He is going to want to hear about this. As Alex closed the alien report, he could not help but smile. Humans had been worried about first contact with aliens for decades. They had wondered if aliens would be friendly or hostile, advanced or primitive. They had never considered that aliens might be afraid of them. But as Alex looked at the pictures of humans living their normal lives on their supposedly impossible planet, he began to understand the alien perspective. Maybe humans really were tougher than they thought. Maybe Earth really was a hell world. And maybe that was exactly the reputation humanity needed. General Rita Davis sat in the biggest meeting room in the Pentagon, looking at faces on screens from around the world. President Mike Collins was calling in from Washington. Prime Minister Kate Wilson was on the line from London. Leaders from every major nation were part of this emergency conference. Let me make sure I understand this correctly, President Collins said, rubbing his forehead. Aliens think Earth is so dangerous that they have banned all travel to our solar system? That is correct, sir, General Davis replied. They have classified us as a Class 12 death world, the highest danger rating in their system. And they think humans are some kind of super tough species because we live here? Asked Prime Minister Wilson. Dr. Alex Morgan leaned forward to speak into the microphone. According to their survey, most galactic species would die within hours on Earth. They cannot understand how we not only survive here, but seem to enjoy it. Captain Sam Parker was standing next to a large screen showing pictures from the alien report. They documented normal human activities and concluded that we must be the most dangerous species in the galaxy. Show them the surfing pictures. Dr. Linda Foster said. Sam clicked a button, and the screen showed people surfing during a storm. To humans, it looked like fun. According to the alien report, it looked like a suicidal training exercise. They think surfing is some kind of death-defying warrior ritual, Alex explained. They cannot understand why humans would voluntarily ride moving walls of water for entertainment. President Collins was looking at more pictures on his own screen. What about this one? People camping in the mountains. They think camping is extreme survival training, Linda said. The idea that humans sleep outdoors, surrounded by predators and exposed to the elements, without any protective equipment, is completely insane to them. They have a point, said the Prime Minister of Canada, looking at a picture of people. Ice fishing. When you really think about it, sitting on frozen water in the middle of winter does sound pretty crazy. General Davis was reading from another part of the alien report. They also documented our cities. They cannot understand why humans build permanent settlements in earthquake zones, hurricane paths, and volcanic regions. Where else are we supposed to build cities? Asked the President of Japan. Every place on Earth has some kind of natural hazard. That is exactly their point, Alex said. They think Earth is so dangerous that nowhere is safe. But humans just build cities anyway and deal with whatever happens. Dr. Linda Foster stood up and walked to the screen. I have been thinking about this all night. The aliens are not wrong. Earth really is an extremely dangerous planet compared to most worlds in the galaxy. What do you mean? President Collins asked. Think about it, Linda said. We have extreme weather that can destroy entire cities in hours. We have earthquakes that can split the ground open. We have volcanoes that can bury whole regions in ash. We have predators that actively hunt humans. We have diseases that can kill millions. We have radiation from space that would be lethal without our magnetic field. But we have lived with all of that for thousands of years, Sam pointed out. It is just normal life. Exactly, Linda said. What is normal for us is impossible for them. We have adapted to survive in conditions that would kill most galactic species instantly. General Davis was looking thoughtful. So what does this mean for us? Are they going to attack us because they think we are dangerous? No, Alex said. They are going to avoid us because they think we are dangerous. They want nothing to do with Earth or humans. That could actually be good for us, said Prime Minister Wilson. If hostile aliens think we are too tough to mess with, maybe they will leave us alone. Captain Sam Parker was looking at pictures of extreme sports from the alien report. Skydiving, rock climbing, whitewater rafting, bungee jumping. You know what is funny? He said, they documented all these activities, but they missed the really extreme stuff. What do you mean? General Davis asked. They took pictures of people doing normal outdoor activities, Sam said, but they never saw volcano surfing, or free solo climbing, or storm chasing, or any of the really crazy things humans do for fun. Dr. Linda Foster started smiling. What if they had seen those things? They would probably think we are completely insane, Alex said. Or they would think we are even more dangerous than they already believe, Linda said, which might not be a bad thing. President Collins was quiet for a moment. Then he asked, "What are you suggesting?" "I am suggesting that maybe we should not try to convince the aliens that Earth is safe," Linda said. "Maybe we should let them think we are as tough as they believe we are." "You want us to pretend to be super tough?" asked the Prime Minister of Australia. "We do not have to pretend," Sam said. "We just have to be ourselves." Apparently, being human is already terrifying enough. General Davis was nodding slowly. "If aliens think we are dangerous, that gives us a huge advantage. They will not want to fight us. They will not want to invade us. They will treat us with respect. But what if they are wrong?" asked President Collins. "What if we are not actually as tough as they think?" Dr. Alex Morgan laughed. "Sir, with respect, have you seen what humans do for vacation? We climb mountains that can kill us. We swim in oceans full of sharks. We drive cars at high speeds for fun. We jump out of perfectly good airplanes. We live in places where the weather tries to kill us every few months." "He has a point," said Prime Minister Wilson. "Maybe we really are tougher than we think." "I have an idea," Dr. Linda Foster said. "What if we started documenting the things the aliens missed? What if we showed them what humans can really do when we try?" "What do you mean?" General Davis asked. "I mean extreme sports, adventure tourism, survival challenges, dangerous jobs," Linda said. "All the things humans do that push the limits of what is possible." Captain Sam Parker was getting excited. "We could create training programs. Show aliens that what they think is impossible is just Tuesday for humans." "You want to make Earth even more dangerous?" Alex asked. "I want to show aliens that Earth is not dangerous to us," Linda said. "We are dangerous to Earth." President Collins was looking at pictures of people doing everyday activities that aliens found terrifying. "You know what? I like this idea. If aliens want to think we are tough, let them. It is better than them thinking we are weak. So what do we do?" asked General Davis. "We start documenting everything," Linda said. "Every extreme sport, every dangerous job, every crazy thing humans do for fun. We show the galaxy what human normal really looks like." "And if they ask why we do these things?" Sam asked. "We tell them the truth," Alex said. "We do them because they are fun." The meeting continued for another hour as world leaders planned humanity's response to their new reputation. By the end, everyone had agreed on the basic approach. Embrace the Death World classification. If aliens thought Earth was hell and humans were demons, then humans would be the best demons they could be. As the meeting ended and the screens went dark, General Davis turned to her team. "Well, people, it looks like we have a new mission. Operation Hell World is now active." "What exactly is Operation Hell World?" Sam asked. "We are going to show the galaxy why they were right to be afraid of us," General Davis said with a smile. Dr. Linda Foster was already making notes on her tablet. "I know exactly where to start. There is a man in Hawaii who surfs during volcanic eruptions, and a woman in Alaska who runs marathons in blizzards, and a team in Australia who wrestle crocodiles for conservation research. Normal Tuesday for humans," Alex said. "Nightmare fuel for aliens," Sam added. General Davis looked out the window at the normal, everyday world outside. People were going to work. Children were playing in parks. Life was continuing as usual. But now she saw it differently. Now she saw it through alien eyes. And through alien eyes, every human was a warrior surviving in hell and enjoying every minute of it. Maybe it was time the galaxy learned what humans were really capable of. Commander Joe Kelly stood on the edge of an active volcano, wearing nothing but a heat suit and a big smile. Below him, lava bubbled and glowed like something from a nightmare. Above him, a helicopter carrying camera equipment recorded everything for the Extreme Earth Challenge. Day 1 of the Hell World training program, Joe said into his radio. Location, Mount Kilauea, Hawaii. Today, we are testing human adaptation to extreme volcanic environments. 3 miles away, Dr. Linda Foster watched the live video feed from the safety of the command center. On screens around her, similar scenes played out from locations around the world. Humans doing impossible things in impossible places, all being carefully documented for alien observers. How are the readings? Linda asked her assistant, Dr. Nick Davis. Heart rate elevated but stable, Nick replied, watching Joe's vital signs. Temperature sensors show he is operating in conditions that would cook most known alien species in seconds. Perfect, Linda said. Make sure the aliens get copies of all this footage. 6 months had passed since Earth received its Death World classification. 6 months since humanity had decided to embrace their reputation as the galaxy's toughest species. The results had been more entertaining than anyone expected. Captain Sam Parker's voice came through the radio from Alaska. Ice Station Alpha, REPORTING in. We have successfully completed a camping expedition at -40 degrees. Participants report it was refreshing. On another screen, Lieutenant Amy Reed was leading a group of volunteers through what she called a relaxing nature walk in the Amazon rainforest. The walk included crossing rivers full of piranhas, avoiding jaguars, and identifying which plants would kill them if touched. You know, Amy said to her camera, people ask me why humans like to visit dangerous places. The answer is simple. If it is not at least a little dangerous, it is not really an adventure. Dr. Linda Foster smiled as she watched humans proving alien theories correct in the most spectacular ways possible. The Hell World training program had started as a way to document human toughness for alien observers. It had quickly become the most popular new form of entertainment on Earth. Dr. Foster called Jake Thompson from his communication station. We are getting signals from 3 different alien observation posts. They are all watching our programs. What are they saying? Linda asked. Jake put the alien transmissions on speaker. The voices were translated by computer, but the shock was clear even through the mechanical voices. Impossible biological adaptation observed, said one alien voice. Subjects operating in lethal thermal conditions without protective technology. Recommend immediate upgrade to Class 13 classification, said another. Native species demonstrates survival capabilities beyond all known parameters. Request emergency xenobiology team, said a third. Current data suggests subjects may not be natural evolution, possible artificial enhancement, or unknown technology. Linda and her team exchanged grins. The aliens thought humans might be artificially enhanced because normal evolution could not possibly produce such tough creatures. Jake, send them the recreational activity files, Linda said. Which ones? Jake asked. All of them. On the screens. Around the command center, Jake pulled up files showing humans engaging in activities that had been normal for thousands of years, but looked insane to alien observers. People skiing down mountains, diving into deep oceans, climbing vertical rock. Faces, and jumping off bridges with only ropes to save them. Commander Joe Kelly's voice came through the radio again. Volcano surfing attempt number 1, successful. The lava flow provided excellent speed, and the heat was actually quite pleasant. Joe, Linda called into her microphone. How pleasant? Well, it is hot enough to melt steel, Joe replied. But with the right equipment, it is like surfing on liquid fire. Very relaxing. The alien transmissions became more frantic. Subjects engaging in recreational activity using molten rock. Thermal readings indicate lethal temperatures. Subjects report. Experience as enjoyable. Biological impossibility confirmed. No known species can survive such conditions for recreational purposes. Requesting immediate council intervention. Death World classification insufficient. Recommend containment protocols. Dr. Linda Foster was beginning to worry that they might be overdoing it when General Rita Davis walked into the command center. "How is Operation Hellworld going?" the general asked. "Better than expected," Linda replied. "The aliens are so confused by human behavior that they think we might be artificially enhanced super soldiers." "Are we?" General Davis asked with a straight face. "No," Linda said, then paused. "Well, I mean, we do have advanced medicine, good nutrition, and excellent training programs. But mostly we are just being ourselves. And ourselves includes camping. In active volcanoes?" "Actually, that was Joe's idea," Linda said. "He thought it would be fun." General Davis looked at the screens, showing humans doing extraordinary things in deadly environments. On one screen, a team was building a research station inside a tornado alley. On another, people were swimming with great white sharks for fun. On a third, someone was hang gliding during a thunderstorm. "You know what?" General Davis said. "I think we need to step it up." "Step it up?" Linda asked. "Sir, we already have people living in radioactive zones, camping on glaciers, and hosting dinner parties during hurricanes. How much more extreme can we get?" "I just got a call from Australia," General Davis said. "They want to build a new tourist resort." "Where?" Linda asked, though she was afraid to hear the answer. "On an active fault line next to a volcano in the middle of shark-infested waters during cyclone season." Linda stared at the general. "That sounds ... incredibly dangerous." "That is the point," General Davis said. "They are calling it New Australia, the most dangerous vacation destination in the galaxy. And people want to visit this place? The waiting list is already 6 months long." Jake Thompson looked up from his communication station. "Dr. Foster, we are getting a new transmission from the alien observation posts." "Put it on speaker," Linda said. The alien voice that came through sounded panicked. "Emergency alert to all Galactic Council vessels. Human activity has escalated beyond all previous measurements. Subjects are now constructing permanent settlements in conditions that exceed our deadliest research environments. Recommend immediate evacuation of all observation posts," said another voice. "Human behavior suggests possible preparation for territorial expansion. Threat level upgraded to maximum. All ships maintain minimum safe distance of 5 light-years from Sol system," said a third voice. "Repeat, do not approach the humans." Linda looked around the command center at her team. Everyone was trying not to laugh. "Well," she said finally, "mission accomplished." Commander Joe Kelly's voice came through the radio one more time. "Hell World Training Center Alpha is now fully operational. We have successfully created a facility that is simultaneously an active volcano, an earthquake zone, and a hurricane path. Perfect for family vacations." "Joe," Linda said into her microphone, "are you sure that is safe?" "Safe?" Joe laughed. "Linda, we are humans. We do not do safe. We do fun." Lieutenant Amy Reed's voice joined the conversation from her position in the Amazon. "I just want to point out that we have been doing all of this stuff for thousands of years. We just never had an audience before." "That is true," Sam Parker added from Alaska. "My grandfather used to ice fish in weather that would freeze aliens. Solid. He called it a nice day." Dr. Linda Foster looked at all the screens showing humans living their normal lives in their normal environment. The only difference was that now they knew their normal was completely impossible, according to the rest of the galaxy. "You know what I think?" she said to General Davis. "What?" "I think we should invite some aliens to visit." "Visit Earth?" "General," Davis asked. "Just for a vacation," Linda said with an innocent smile. "A nice, relaxing, completely normal human vacation." The general thought about this for a moment. Then she smiled back. "I like that idea." Just make sure we start them off. Easy? Easy? Linda asked. Yeah, maybe a nice beach resort during hurricane season. Something simple. As the day ended and the various Hell World training centers reported their activities, Dr. Linda Foster realized that humans had accidentally discovered something important. They were not just tough because they lived on a dangerous planet. They were tough because they had chosen to make their dangerous planet even more dangerous, just to keep things interesting. And now the whole galaxy was watching, trying to figure out how such impossible creatures could exist. The answer was simple. They were human. And being human meant never being satisfied with safe or easy or boring. Being human meant always looking for the next challenge, the next adventure, the next impossible thing to make possible, even if that impossible thing was living on a hell world and loving every minute of it. Ambassador Zethkara of the Peaceful Federation floated in her chair, her 3 eyes focused on the Emergency Council meeting. Around the Great Chamber, representatives from dozens of alien species sat in nervous silence. The holographic displays showing Earth's latest activities flickered ominously in the center of the room. The situation has escalated beyond all predictions, Zethkara announced, her voice translator struggling with her species' natural harmonics. The humans are no longer content with surviving on their death world. They appear to be actively making it more dangerous. On Earth, Jake Thompson sat in his new role as head of alien communications, listening to intercepted transmissions from the galactic community. What he heard made him smile, even though he probably should have been worried. Play the latest footage, ordered Council Leader Victhan, a being that looked like a walking crystal formation. Show them what these creatures are doing now. The holographic display filled with images from the Hell World training centers. Humans swimming in lava-heated pools. Families camping during Category 5 hurricanes. Children playing games that involved dodging lightning strikes. Elderly humans participating in extreme retirement activities like volcano hiking and tornado watching. This is impossible, chittered Representative Clicks from the Insectoid Confederation. Our scientists confirm that these thermal and atmospheric conditions would kill any known species within minutes. Yet the humans treat them as recreational activities. Dr. Alex Morgan, now serving as Earth's chief xenobiologist, watched the Alien Council meeting through hidden cameras that Jake had managed to tap into. The fear in the aliens' voices was both amusing and slightly concerning. Look at this footage from their children's activities, Zethkara said, her voice trembling. The display showed a normal summer camp where kids were learning to swim, climb trees, and build campfires. To the aliens, it looked like military training for super soldiers. They are teaching their offspring to manipulate open flames, observed Council Leader Victhan, and to navigate aquatic environments known to contain lethal predators. The tree climbing exercise appears to be strength and agility training, added Representative Morduke of the Gaseous Collective, preparing them for 3-dimensional combat scenarios. Captain Sam Parker, monitoring the transmissions from his new position as director of Earth's Image Management Program, had to cover his mouth to keep from laughing. The aliens were analyzing a normal kid's summer camp and concluding that humans were training child warriors. "Sir," said Lieutenant Amy Reed, entering Sam's office with a tablet full of new reports, "we are getting more alien observation posts setting up in the outer solar system. They are studying us from what they consider a safe distance." "How far away?" Sam asked. "About 3 billion miles," Amy replied. "They think anything closer might be dangerous." "Because of radiation?" "No, sir. Because they think we might notice them and interact with them." Sam stared at Amy. "They are afraid that if we see them, we might come say hello?" "Apparently, sir. They have classified human social contact as a potential hazard." On the Alien Council chamber, the meeting was getting more heated. Representative Zethkara was showing new footage of human activities that had been documented by their observation posts. This morning, we recorded humans engaging in what appears to be recreational combat with their planet's oceanic predators, she announced. The display showed people scuba diving with sharks. Combat? Asked Council Leader Vikthan. They approach. Large predatory creatures underwater, without weapons, and appear to engage in some form of bonding ritual, Zethkara explained. Our analysts believe this may be how humans recruit local fauna for military purposes. Dr. Linda Foster, watching from her new laboratory built inside an active volcano, nearly fell off her chair laughing. The aliens thought scuba diving with sharks was military recruitment. But that is not the worst part, Zethkara continued. Show them the vacation footage. The display filled with images from New Australia, the resort built in the most dangerous location humans could find. Families were shown enjoying themselves, all surrounded by every possible natural hazard. They have constructed a recreational facility, Zethkara said, that combines thermal hazards, seismic instability, atmospheric disturbances, and aquatic predators. And beings from across their planet are traveling there voluntarily. For what purpose? Asked Representative Klix. According to their communications, they call it fun, Zethkara replied. The alien council fell silent. The concept of deliberately seeking out danger for enjoyment was so foreign to their thinking that their translation computers could not process it properly. Commander Joe Kelly, currently testing the new volcanic hot springs at New Australia, received a message from Jake Thompson about the alien reaction. They think we are recruiting sharks? He asked through his radio. Apparently, Jake replied. They also think summer camp is military training and vacation resorts are weapon testing facilities. Well, Joe said, relaxing and water hot enough. To cook an alien, they are not entirely wrong about the summer camp thing. I did learn to tie knots and start fires there. Back in the Alien Council chamber, Representative Morduk was presenting his species analysis of human behavior patterns. We have concluded that humans are not a naturally evolved species, he announced. No evolutionary process could produce beings capable of thriving in such conditions. What is your theory? Asked Council Leader Vikthan. We believe they are artificial constructs, Morduk replied, possibly created by an unknown advanced civilization as the ultimate survival organisms. Or, suggested Representative Klix, they are the ultimate predator species that has consumed their creators and now inhabits their planet. Dr. Alex Morgan was taking notes on the alien theories. The idea that humans might be artificial constructs or escaped super predators was both flattering and ridiculous. There is another possibility, said a new voice in the Alien Council. This came from Representative Theses of the Reptilian Empire, a species known for their aggressive nature. Perhaps they are simply what they appear to be, a species that has evolved beyond our understanding of survival. Impossible, Zethkara protested. Evolution has limits. Does it? Thyses asked. Look at their planet. Constant environmental challenges, extreme weather, dangerous predators, seismic activity. Perhaps these conditions created a species that sees danger as opportunity rather than threat. Lieutenant Amy Reed was documenting new human activities for the alien observers when this transmission came through. You know, she said to Sam Parker, that reptile alien might actually understand us better than the others. Why? Sam asked. Because he is thinking like a predator, Amy replied. The other aliens think like prey. They see danger and want to run away. He sees danger and wonders how to use it. Just like humans, Sam realized. On the Alien Council display, Representative Vyses was continuing his analysis. Consider their response to our classification of their world as uninhabitable. Instead of seeking safer planets, they embraced the designation. Instead of trying to appear less dangerous, They documented their most extreme capabilities. Your point? Asked Council Leader Vikthan. My point is that we are dealing with a species that uses fear as a tool, Dizes replied. They want us to be afraid of them, and it is working. The council chamber fell silent as the representatives considered this possibility. Finally, Zethkara spoke. What do you recommend? Complete avoidance, Dizes said. Mark their entire star system as a no-travel zone. Update the galactic navigation charts to include warning beacons, and pray they remain content with their own world. And if they do not remain content? Asked Representative Clicks. Dizes looked at the images of humans, living happily in conditions that would kill most galactic species. Then we hope they are as friendly as their communications suggest. Because if they decide to expand beyond their world, nothing in the galaxy could stop them. Jake Thompson smiled as he recorded this conversation for the Earth government files. The aliens had reached the exact conclusion that humanity had hoped for. Humans were too dangerous to attack, but might be convinced to remain peaceful if left alone. Mission accomplished, he said to himself. But as Jake looked at the images of humans enjoying their impossible lives on their impossible planet, he wondered if the aliens might actually be right about one thing. Maybe humans really were beyond the normal limits of evolution. Maybe they really had become something the galaxy had never seen before. And maybe that was exactly what the galaxy needed, whether it wanted to admit it or not. President Mike Collins stood before the United Nations General Assembly.